Hello, everyone. Just getting everything connected. We'll start in a few minutes. Anastasia Gilmore is here with the chocolate chip cookie. How are you doing, dear? Hope you're doing well. Jenny, great to see you. I've been really enjoying seeing the art you've been posting. Everyone here has got to check out Jenny's page. It's beautiful, beautifully inspired work. Sue Marie, hello, hello. Anastasia, I've been so incredibly busy. Um, Basically, I have my ordination set for February, which means I've been trying to catch up on all the work, the homework, and the readings. And it's ultimately why I haven't been online as much as I'd like, because now I've been using my free time to kind of do all those assignments and all those readings. It's a lot of books, it's a lot of homework. I feel like I'm back in college, but should all be finished in February. Patricia, great to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's been a long road. We actually had the minister's class today. So, and then next week I have mom visiting. She'll be staying with us for probably a couple months. All right. I'm just going to wait for a couple more people to join and then we'll get started. So I think today, I feel like I've got some messages from those in spirit. So we'll start the evening with some mediumship and then give everyone kind of like a weekly guidance reading. Hey, Patty Moore. It's great to see you. Oh, no worries. No worries. You join when you can. Danielle, hello, hello. Brenda, great to see you. It's been a while. All right, so I think we're just about ready. Just about ready to get started with our evening. All right, so welcome everyone to Whispers from Spirit. So this evening, I'd like to do a little bit of mediumship with you. Give you some messages from Spirit. Hello, Pam. Great to see you. So I would like to get started by reading this little poem. It's called You Are My Morning by Joseph Shield. You are my morning, a crisp new day, the cool light of dawn, fresh sound of life in my heart. You are my sunrise, a warm fire within, spilling over the landscape of my soul, waves of color bursting on my shore. You are my waking moments, come alive with joy, of more ringing true my thoughts of love, a wash of beauty and echoes of peace. You are my morning, my crisp new day. From the edge of wilderness. So as we get started with our little event here, I want everyone to make sure that they can take about 80 to 90% of the information given. If you can recognize any of the information given, let me know in the chat. People in the past have contacted me after the event, so it is much easier for us if you do contact us, as you recognize the information. Um, Provides that validation. So please do speak up if you do recognize anyone. It's much appreciated. Um, and remember, should you receive any advice from those in spirit, you take personal responsibility should you decide to act upon it. All right. Okay. And I've had this image in my mind, and as I'm blending with spirit, I'm seeing one of your memories. It's and it brings joy to my heart because I can see like you kind of like kicking the fall leaves as you're walking, as you're holding, and I like to say, as you're holding his hand. I feel the warmth in this autumn day. I feel the joy in your heart as you're holding your father's hand. It. There's a sense of security. There's a sense of happiness, and I know that as you're walking with your father, through this autumn setting, you feel his hands, you feel his strength, you feel this security overwhelming you. There seems to be some red tones also in the clothing that you wore on this day. Almost like you have like this either red socks or red slippers. Um, and as your father's showing me, I'm seeing him in darker flannels, a little bit scruffy, like 5 o'clock shadow, and I I see as he's looking down at you, that joy, that smile, and like kind of like swinging you through this autumn day. Um, and so he's definitely here for his daughter. Okay. So as I'm working with him a little bit more, he also lets me know that he admires your strength. Okay, that he really admires the beautiful woman you've become, the strength that you have now in life. Um, but in order to get a little more information from him to solidify who he's here for, I'm going to ask him for more evidence at this point. Um, he lets me know he wasn't much of a cook. All right, that he was the kind of guy that stayed out of the kitchen. All right, it wasn't anything about it. It just wasn't his sort of thing. Okay. Um, he said like everyone else was better. He said even you were better. So, and he also lets me know that he's the kind of guy that would know how to work with his hands, right? Anything needed repairing around the house, he preferred not to call anyone. He preferred to do it himself. Okay, and he's showing me like assembling this white fence in the yard. If anyone recognizes the information thus far, let me know in the chat, and I'll continue working with him. Um, you would also remember it was like daddy daughter kind of day, like going out in the car with him. Like it was like your thing. It was your time with him, right? And he really enjoyed that and really, really appreciated that. Um, mm. He lets me know that there's he's kind of like being like matter of fact. He's like, come on, they're waiting. Give them the info they're looking for. You'd have his watch, and you'd know that this watch is in like this silver color, appears the way that he's showing it to me to be a bit tarnished and the glass a little bit scratched. and it's been well used. Okay. Um, so this is an item that you would have. It's like in the top. It feels to be like a top drawer in the bedroom, um, and it feels to be on the left side. Okay. So if anyone can recognize him, let me know. If you're sending me private chats, I'm not checking those, just so that you know. All right. So I'm going to see why he's here, and then I'm going to thank him. Okay. He wants you to know not to give up hope. Okay. And he's ultimately really, really pushy on that. Okay. Um, he sees that you're a bit down at the moment, and he kind of like gives me like this scruffness. He's like, well, that's not my girl. She knows better. He really wants you to be uplifted. Okay. And ultimately, why he's close to you right now is to give you that support and that guidance. And you would feel him. Okay. Um, he also lets me know that, you would occasionally smell his aftershave. All right. Okay. All right. So, as I say that, he just wants you to know to never give up, to never let that light of hope dim. Okay. So, I'm going to thank him. All right. All right. So, let's see here. A few more shout outs: Pam, Tanya, Christina, Michelle, Jennifer, Lisa, Anne, Old Spice. It's Danielle, you nailed it. Like, it really had that kind of vibe, the kind of like Old Spice vibe. Um, Very distinct, brings back memories kind of thing, right? Mm. Helen, great to see you. Danielle, do you recognize this person in spirit? I mean, I already said goodbye to him, but did you recognize him? I'm curious. And living people, no, but at the end of the event, um, I'm going to be doing a card by number reading, and you could set your intention um, on that person, okay? So I don't know, Danielle, did the information fit for you? If it did, it was probably for you. You did fit. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad that someone could take them, because I was a bit concerned that someone was sending me private text instead. So, um, Danielle, your father really, really cares for you, and what I was seeing from him was beautiful. It was heart touching. It was warming. It was bringing me back. Um, so, I want you to know that he's with you, and he's really, really kind of like pushing you forward, giving me kind of like spirit guide vibes almost. Okay. um, so like, and as I was working with him, Danielle, and I know that we're finished, but I still do remember the reading. he really wanted to provide a lot of upliftment to you. Okay, he wanted to kind of like get you out of like, he sort of said, like the rut that you're kind of in right now. Okay, so he really wants you to, kind of, for lack of a better word, kind of like wake up. Okay, like my girl knows better kind of thing. Okay, that you got this. That he has faith in you. Okay, all right, all right. So much love to you, and we shall continue our evening. And much love to your father. There was a quality about him that did remind him of my father. It wasn't Old Spice, though. It was, I think, Dakar or Decor or one of those famous '80s aftershaves. All right. Hello, Olga. Great to see you. April, hello. Tracy, Lorian Hill, great to see you too. Nana's here. Wow. You just caught me in between a reading. ¿Cómo estás? Te extraño mucho, nena. I always have great fun with all of you. So you had been getting depressed and you're going to go back to school. Okay. Really, what I want you to do, Danielle, is since your father is very, very present and very, like, kind of in your daily life, pushing you forward, whenever you feel down or depressed, I want you to talk to him, okay? Because he's listening and he's guiding you forward, okay? So he's going to give you those nudges, okay? And you're going to feel that in your intuition, okay? And whenever you're confused or whenever you need someone to talk to, just take a few breaths, close your eyes, and ask, what is it I need to know? Okay, or what do you want to show me? And then pay really close attention to your thoughts, your feelings, whatever you might be shown, or wherever your intuition might be pushing you, okay? All right. So, definitely he loves you a lot. I will really want to say that because that theme of love and caring continues. All right. We missed you too, Nana. Jacqueline, great to see you. Yeah. All right. So we will continue and see who else is here. Okay. Let me take some water. All right. So I have a very industrious woman stepping forward, blending with me at the moment. Uh, she is she has a lot of energy. She's showing me, how she used to go around the house, get things ready for winter. She's also letting me know that she did a lot of pickling, like preserves, that she would pickle vegetables. Um, I'm also, yeah, and also like, I feel that wasn't just vegetables. Like I'm tasting like there was like jams, jellies, this kind of thing. Um, so like you would recognize and understand that this period, this where we're in right now, where it's kind of, you know, going into November, that this was really like, you know, the time she was probably really active, like doing, all these preparations. Um, and she did it from joy. It's from love. It's from her garden. These are the fruits of, you know all the passion that she had throughout the summer, right? um and these are specific memories that you would have. You would remember and you would recognize, like her opening like one of these fresh jars, and you know her handing you like this toast. Like I'd say like was it like buttered toast? But she also used these preserves, later in the year as well for like her baking. So you would also remember that, she would be putting this into like, cookies later on, for example, as well. Um, she presents to me, say like on a shorter side. Um, I see her with an apron. So you would remember her wearing an apron a lot. Um, mm, she very okay. So she lets me know that she's grandma. Okay, that she is your grandmother, and you would remember her doing these things. You would remember helping her. She said that you really enjoyed being with her and learning from her. Okay, so these are, and as I'm working with her, she kind of gives me a chuckle, and she's like, "So why aren't you doing this now? Like, why aren't you preserving, the jams, the jellies, whatever needs to be done, right?" Um, and as I'm seeing her, um, she brings into my awareness a gold necklace. There's a heart or something heart related to it. Um, hmm. And then she gives me this smirk. She's like, "She's my heart. She's my everything. I did everything for her, with her." She's a beautiful woman, strong woman. You'd also remember like paging through books with her, okay? And there's a specific memory, like you got a paper cut your thumb or something. She kissed it. She did like a little blessing on it, and everything was all right with her. Who can take this beautiful, wonderful woman? Looks like April. You remember? You have these memories? Let me know what you can take, April. And as you let me know in the chat, I'll continue with her. So she's really here, offering support to you. Like, again, the theme of the evening does seem to be like comfort and support. Um, and this she's got this industrial like she's just like very busy like all the time. Like I never really see her not doing anything. Like she's always got something on mind, or she's doing something. Okay. Um, she lets me know that you know it's okay the way that you feel, that it's normal, that the only thing that she doesn't want you to do is to get down. Okay. She ultimately wants you to be smiling more. So she was your grandmother, but also like a mother. I can understand that. That makes sense the way that she was presenting herself to me. Thank you for that. There's also the way that she looks at you right now, and you would recognize this too. Like she just had this look about her, and you knew what it meant. You knew when you were on the good side or the bad side of her. But ultimately, it was all love. It was all love. And right now, like the way that she's looking at you, it's just this admiration. It's this feeling of love. Oh, and I also feel that there's a specific reason she's coming through right now. Um, there's I'd like to say something about the 12th of November or the 12th. So I want you to hold on to that number, and it means something. Okay. Uh, there's also something about like the last time everyone was able to get together. Like she really wanted to do more, um, and she regrets that she didn't, or that she couldn't, or she had some difficulty about it. Okay. That's beautiful, April. Thank you for those validations. That look, I know that look, April. Yes, that look often comes like at the side. So ultimately, she's here. Like she really wants you to not only like understand that her love is there with you, that she's quite funny too. Okay, when she wants to be, to enjoy the season, to enjoy the holidays, to not take things so seriously all the time is what she's telling me. Okay. She ultimately tells me that you are on the right path and you have accomplished quite a few milestones. Okay. But you're kind of holding yourself back. Okay. So I get this feeling that, you have to kind of let go to move forward. Okay. Okay, April. Makes sense. All right. So I'm going to see if she has any other words for you, any other guidance. So, as I was blending with her, as I was trying to get more information from her, uh, she still brings me back to like a recipe book. Okay. Like these foods that she used to cook. And the feeling is like, it's your turn. Okay. It's your turn to inspire. It's your turn to kind of like bring everyone together. Okay. To be positive. You know the book. You should probably make your favorite recipe and ask her to help. I'm sure that right now she'd be very, very eager to help you out in the kitchen. All right. So the last words I've heard from her, please let her know I've not gone anywhere. Yes, I couldn't read the book when she showed it to me either. It appears to be written in cursive from what I saw, and it's just I can't make it out either. So maybe you know someone that can. All right. So much love to you, April, and much love to your beautiful grandma. The love that she has for you, is just amazingly beautiful. And I want you to carry that in your heart forward. And I want that to inspire you. And I want you to understand that, ultimately she hasn't gone anywhere, that she's still here with us. Okay. All right, so much love to you, April, and much love to your grandma. All right, so a few more hellos, and then I will move on to our next guest in spirit. Hello, Marcy. Good to see you. Diane, hello. Charity, hello. Freddie, hello. Freddie from New Mexico. I'm in Old Mexico. Nena, yes, if you got a question, post it. Hello, Dawn. Great to see you. All right, so what is your question, Nena? Ultimately, if you have the ashes of your loved one in your home, there's nothing happens, I would say. Um, Spirit sees it as, a thing of reverence. They understand that you're honoring them and their memory. Okay, but you have to understand that spirit has no attachment to their body. Okay, because ultimately the body is from this earth. It's built up from this earth. It returns to this earth. Okay, but they see it as, us honoring them in spirit. Okay, but they don't have any attachment to their remains here, if that answers your question. Okay. B Flow from California. Oh, no worries, Nana. I did answer your question, so you could kind of reverse and get that answered. Okay. All right. So I think we got at least one more this evening, and then I'll move on to our weekly guidance. Okay. All right. Let me just take some water. All right. So as I'm blending with spirit, my awareness is drawn to an elderly gentleman. Okay. Uh, I see him smoking. To me, it reminds me. Okay. You would remember and understand, like kind of like seeing like his smoker nails or smoker fingers. He presents to me to be, I would say 85. I'm feeling 86 in this range. And with thinning white hair. Okay. Um, he also presents to me. You would have specific memories of him wearing, like type of cardigan type sweaters, these sort of things. Um, and he shows me a button-down shirt underneath it. So you would also understand and recognize that, while in his later years he did look, um, elderly or a little bit disheveled, that ultimately, you would remember him as a man that, liked the way that he presented himself to the world. Um, and he lets me know that he always had that button-down shirt on. Okay. Um, and he lets me know that it comes from, a military tradition, like from when he was in the military earlier on in his life. Okay. And these are sort of like traditions that he carried forward through his life. He learned to take care of himself and present himself well. He lets me know that he's your grandfather, that, let me go a little bit further with him. I also see like the scenery that he's showing me reminds me of either the later 70s or the earlier 80s. Okay. All right. So let me see. All right. So he does tell me that it's a pipe. Okay. And as he's showing me the scene, um, I'm reminded of actually like my own grandfather's house, like walking in and you would see like this cloud of smoke like coming out and greeting you. Um, it was like lingering like in the air, so to speak. Like it was just there. Um, so that's a memory that spirit triggered in me that you would also remember if this gentleman is for you. Okay. Um, that being said, you'd also remember. Yes. Okay. The 70s style kind of chair that he was in, and sort of like kicking his legs up and watching television. All right, so let me know if you believe this man in spirit to be with you. It looks like we might have Charity and April. Okay. April, let me know what you recognize as well. And as you do, I'm going to move forward with him a bit. He so he definitely lets me know that he didn't really get out too much in his later years, like his wife did. Okay, that she was ultimately the one that kind of like took care of the house, that took care of things, that ultimately took care of him as well. Okay, so that's something that you would remember. Um, you would also remember and understand the photos. Okay, so there are photos of him in this military uniform, a framed photo. And to me, it presents itself to be like on top of a bookcase or on top of a cabinet. Um, and there's some white quality about it, like mm, like the uniform. Okay. All right. So does this nail the person down? So April, you can take all this information again. Interesting, Jennifer. Thank you for that. All right. So possibly April, Deanne, maybe Jennifer. Okay, so you do recognize the photo that I'm talking about that's framed. It's on a glass cabinet. Okay, so I did see it on a cabinet, and all the other information makes sense for you too, April. Okay, so you're saying yes. Uh, okay, so clearly what we have here is, you know, grandma and grandpa coming through in spirit. Okay, and for everyone else watching, this is actually fairly common that spirit will come through in pairs. Okay. Okay. And as I'm, working with him a bit more, April, he and at this moment in time, I feel that they're kind of like blending, like coming through it together at the same time, kind of to bring forward like more or less the same message, but to really bring forward that this is time for you, April. This is your time. This is your time to change things around. Okay. All right. So you recognize them, and they've both been on your mind lately. It makes a lot of sense. It's probably because they've been sending you, um, you know, those nudges to help. Um, mm, I feel that I am losing my connection just a little bit here. So let me see if I can get anything else for you before I wish them well. So the scene that he shows me is just like of joy. Like I see you like jumping up and down, like kind of on his lap, and like being a bit of a handful for him, but it's something that he truly cherished. Um, and the whispering that I'm hearing right now is I can't. I am having trouble maintaining the connection, to be honest. Um, but I will let you know that he is definitely here for you. He and Grandma are absolutely looking out for you. Okay. And he does let me know that you do have these reminders of the smell, right? That this is oftentimes when he's really trying to get your attention. Okay. Okay. So as I ask him, what is the message? Tell her to never give up. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that. You would understand what that means. I'm going to thank him for coming, and I'm going to thank you, April. We give love and blessing to your family. Okay. Wow. Well, sometimes this happens, everyone. Sometimes spirit just comes in, and they come in groups. All right. So for everyone else here, I want you to keep a number in mind. All right, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, I'll give you some guidance now. So if you didn't get a reading tonight, and I know April kind of like took most of them, what number resonates with you? 1, 2, 3, or 4? My pleasure, April. My pleasure. It was interesting. We were meant to connect this evening because a few hours before the event, I was like, "Do I have enough time to go live?" Because I'm doing my assignment, and Spirit kept coming forward, like, and I'm sure it was you were meant to receive these messages. Oh, and for what it's worth, April, I keep seeing 555. So hold on to that. All right. Jenny's claiming 2 numbers. So is Deanne. All right, let me give it a final shuffle and a cut. We'll... My number ones have the embrace the moment card. Okay. So this is a card that really comes forward when it's really important that we be present, now, that we embrace this very moment. We hold it sacred. We waste no time, no breath. We embrace this moment, this blessing that we have in the now. And we take that action and we use it and we move forward with our life. Okay. So those of you that have number one, embrace the moment. Take action now. My number two is about affinity for nature. Okay. Those of you that have thought of number 2 or its relevance, nature is your foundation. Nature is what rejuvenates you. Nature is grounding to you. Okay. So whenever my number 2s get a little stressed, have a little anxiety, built up energy, get out there. Get out into nature. Go for a walk. Take that breath. Okay? Water those plants in your room, whatever that might be to you. Nature is your ground. Okay? Pay attention to the signs from nature, my number 2s. Okay, because nature is sending you signs that remind you of things that need to be done. All right. My number threes, be proud. Be proud of those milestones. Be proud of everything that you've accomplished thus far. Spirit is saying, you've done well. Celebrate those achievements. Celebrate what you've accomplished. Okay? Give thanks and gratitude, my number 3s. By giving thanks and gratitude to the universe and to Spirit, we open our aura up to receive more of those blessings. Okay? We need to be proud and we need to offer that thanks and that gratitude. Ultimately, saying that you've done very, very well, my number 3s. My number 4s have Spirit around because I have the Just Ask card. I'll get this card for you if someone in Spirit is trying to send you messages, if your spirit guides are trying to work with you. This is a card showing the eagerness of those in Spirit wanting to help you, my number 4s. Okay? That they are there. You just need to give them permission. Okay? You need to give them permission. That's it. And then ask it of Spirit. Ask it of them what it is you need, what guidance you need from them. Okay? What is that intention? What do you need to see happen in your life? Ask it. Ask it of Spirit. They will help you. They will aid you. They will guide you. Okay? All right. So I'm going to leave that with everyone here. I hope that everyone enjoyed the evening. Interesting, April. So the number resonated with you because they were showing it to me too. I knew it was important. All right. So that concludes our evening. I hope everyone has a beautiful, blessed day, beautiful week ahead. I'm going to be hosting a meditation tomorrow evening. So those of you that are interested in continuing our meditative practices together, I'll see you tomorrow evening. All right. So for everyone else, next event, don't know exactly when, but sometime next week. And if anyone is interested in, what we just did with our mediumship, I'm hosting an event at the church at the Journey Within on Monday evening. Okay. It's a public demonstration of mediumship. So if you didn't get a message, you might get a message during that event. I'll post the link on the Facebook page so that you could register if you're interested. All right. So take care, everyone.